One more fish. Hold on. Hang on. We got another one here. We're not done yet. We got a fish. Hey guys, what's going on? Hey, just got me some new swim jigs here. Zman EVO Swim Jig. So got them in the mail. I'm going to throw up a video here right after this, and we'll see how they perform on the water. But if you've ever thrown a chatterbait EVO, that's what these look like. Same type of a hook keeper on them. Let's see if I can get zoomed in on that. Same type of hook keeper on there. Hook looks about the same size. Skirt's very comparable, same colors pretty much. And the eyes look similar to the chatterbait EVO. So that's what it's based off of. I did open one of them up. Just got these today, they're brand new. And weed guard is fairly soft and flexible on it. And in terms of that skirt, I might trim that down just a hair. I'll probably throw a trailer on it and see how it looks before I trim, but usually I like to keep them right there at about the hook bend on these swim jigs. So curious to see how these things work. You know, with swim jigs, in my opinion, the biggest thing is how the thing swims in the water. Like, you know, some of them, even if you get your trailer on perfect, they'll come in kind of lopsided or something. That really annoys me and I lose confidence. So I like one that swims very, very straight and level and true. So we'll see how these things go, but they look great, and hopefully they'll perform as well. So let's see what happens. Okay, so I got the skirt, got that skirt turned up a little bit. It went just a little bit below the hook bend, and that looks pretty good. Now, I did notice on this, that hook comes back quite far, so you can see, and this is an untrimmed Rapala, what do they call it, a cleanup Craw. So you can see it comes back more than the halfway mark on there. So it's a pretty long hook on there. So I don't think you'll have to do a significant amount of trimming on your trailers to get those to fit okay and get that hook far enough back to where it'll get bit. Just something I noticed there. So anyways, I'm gonna go out and throw this. I've got a green pumpkin blue cleanup Craw, brand new out of the bag. And this is a green pumpkin EVO Swim Jig. Okay, got the first one here on the Zman EVO Swim Jig. So he hit that as it bounced off of a rock. Little basser, he's probably around a pound or less, but got one on it. So now, unfortunately, when I pulled him up on the bank, he popped off. So I couldn't quite see how he was hooked, but it looked like it was going to be in the corner of his mouth though. And he may have not bit it very much, or it just got yanked loose. Who knows with those tiny bass, but we'll keep on going, see if we can get some more. You know, right out of the box, the hook does feel nice and sharp, so no concerns with that hook. It does look somewhat similar to what you're going to find on those chatterbait EVOs. Hook might be a little darker, I think. Not sure about that, but in terms of sharpness and everything, it feels about the same. So it's not one of those, you know, crazy sticky hooks or anything like that, but kind of like what you'll find on the chatterbait EVOs. So just a quick observation. I've noticed I've been dragging this a little bit, swimming it, hopping it. I haven't really had to pull off any gunk from this lure. So I've had to pop it free from something in the actual pond. But in terms of stuff like that, which there's not an excessive amount, but there is enough in this pond. I've had some other swim jigs I've used recently where I felt like I had to clean more stuff off. So it doesn't seem to be collecting much gunk. I think it cuts through it pretty good. That head is pretty narrow. You can see I've got some chips on there. I bounced it off some rocks over there. So the head seems pretty narrow and slender, so it's cutting through that moss pretty well. Okay, coming out to a little different pond here. Now this one, it has a lot more gunk in it, a lot more moss and stuff than that last one I was at. So I want to see how this swim jig, this EVO swim jig, will pull through that. And I also will more than likely get some more bites here. This pond seems to do pretty good most of the time. So let's go ahead and see what happens with that. Okay, now I know there's been a lot of stuff, and I don't know how well you can see it. I'll try to point that in. There's a lot of gunk in this water. That's not as bad once you get out a little ways, of course, but it's kind of all through most of the castable areas. So I'll see how it is. I've been out here this week with some other swim jigs, and I'll have to pull some gunk off. You know, maybe every few casts, maybe every cast, depending upon where I'm at. So I'm gonna see if this cuts through this any better or worse than some of the other swim jigs I've been using. But the fish have been biting swim jigs really well out here lately, so I'm hoping I'll get a couple and see how the hookup is and everything else. Since that last one fell off, as soon as I got them on the bank, now there's a spot right where I'm running this lure through. I can feel it clipping, or I'm sorry, I can feel it kind of ticking on some vegetation. There's a lot of junk underneath the water. Okay, now right here it's just complete moss, so I'm going to lift it up over that. Let's see if the lure got anything on it from that. Not really. There's one tiny little piece of moss, but that's nothing at all, of no significance at all, so that's good. Let's see here. Yeah, no issues casting it, which, you know, I mean, a 3/8 ounce swim jig, they cast pretty well, so not any concerns with that, but seems to cast far, fine, no problems. Now, will this thing catch some fish? That's what I want to know. Let's keep on going. Did we get some moss that time? Hey, we got a little moss that time. All right, so a little bit of that gunk came off nice and easily. Wouldn't be surprised if this is a bite right here. Let's see. This looks like a good juicy spot to run a swim jig through to me. Might need to switch the trailer. They've been after that Rage trailer lately. I think they like that little more flappy action than the Rapala Craw right now, but we'll keep trying it for a little bit. A whole bunch of bait fish moving right there. I'm actually going to cast it out into this open spot here that I know has a bunch of moss in it. And I'm going to let it fall into that moss, or vegetation, I should say. And I'm going to let it fall down. Might get a bite doing this. Sometimes we'll get a bite doing that. But I just want to see how it comes through that. I've been using the Dirty Jigs California, the 6-inch Divine, Swim Jig Tour Grade. They're all about the close. The No Jack, regular Dirty Jigs. Yeah, this comes through just as easy as any of them, guys. There's not a significant difference with these swim jigs on that. Yeah, it comes through just fine. No problems cutting through a little bit of vegetation on this guy. No problem at all. There we go, got one. Heck yeah, all right. I was trying to get my lure out of there quick, so I saw a big nasty snapping turtle coming up. I didn't want him to bite it, so. All right, let's see how this fish is hooked here. All right, okay, so I think tonight, you can see he's went through no problem, so penetrated perfectly fine. And I think the fish tonight, I may need, get that little fella back in. I'm using the green pumpkin. That may not be the best color choice tonight, because I've had several things kind of nip this, but they're not inhaling it though by any means. So, but for our testing purposes, that's okay. I think tonight I would have been better off with a slightly different color. Now, hook penetrated just fine, kept the fish on. You know, it's sometimes they hit and miss when it's like right in the corner of the mouth there. So I'm gonna try. Let me try to speed up my retrieve a little, because I got that one hit over there when I was trying to escape that snapping turtle with my lure. So I'll speed this up. Yeah, there we go. Okay, they're liking a little faster. That might be a decent one. Yeah, he's a decent one there, actually. Yeah, that's not. That's okay. All right, so they want a faster retrieve out here tonight, I think, guys. All right. Okay, now okay, here we go. This is a good one. Let's see how he bit this thing. Okay, I hope, make sure you guys can see that. Okay, so right through the side of the face there. So that's, on a swim jig, that's about the most perfect hookup you can get. They don't come off too easily from those. Get him back in. Hook point, still very sticky. Lure looks in good condition, other than those few paint chips I got from knocking it off a few rocks at the previous spawn. So we are in good shape. Weed guard looks good, skirt looks good. Okay, awesome. So fast retrieve must be what they're after on the swim jig tonight. Okay, so we're going to be doing a little faster retrieve tonight, because all of my hits seem like they're coming on the speed. That makes it even more fun. And that, oh, there we go. Oh, darn. Okay, just had another one. All right. That's my issue, folks. We got to speed this tempo up a hair. Got one. Oh, okay. Something's nibbling at it. Try that again. Okay. No problems attracting bites on this swim jig, but you know, most of your swim jig action's in the trailer anyways. So really the things you want to look for in a swim jig, you want to have a good solid hook on, a good quality hook. You want a good skirt, good materials, and most importantly to me, that swim jig needs to run true. If it's out there running in lopsided, you're not going to catch fish as well. I think the fish see it a little bit more than that. Your confidence will not be there. That's the worst thing when you're throwing any lures, if you're lacking confidence. So This swim jig seems to swim extremely level, extremely straight. And that's a huge part of what goes into selection on the swim jig to me. Hook, or I'm sorry, the trailer keeper. That's another thing that's very important on a swim jig. You want one. Some of them you have to drop some super glue on to kind of keep the trailer in place. There's another bite. That's a little dink. Some of them you have to drop on some super glue to keep the trailer in place. Others, like the 6-inch Divine, have to screw in. Yeah, this little guy, he just barely got that on the side of the mouth there. Get that out there. This hook keeps them pinned pretty good, but it's not like crazy hard to get out either. It's not like some of those where they get harpooned and you can barely get the hook out. Now you might get one like that, but so far it's keeping them pinned, but it comes out easy enough, which is nice, you know, on a swim jig. Unless you're working with some real heavy, nasty stuff that you need to, you know, get a big no jack hook or something. I use those in regular water too, though. But yeah, you want a good swim jig keeper. I'm sorry, a trailer keeper, because the thing I like about this one, it looks much like the chatterbait EVOs. So it's got that little piece of metal, and it kind of has that those little dual pumps up there right underneath the head of the lure. So I do suspect that's going to hold on pretty well. It might have moved down 1/4 of an inch or something on there, but it's been bit, you know, I don't know, 5 times tonight probably, and I haven't really adjusted it. So I'd say that is holding in place just fine, especially with some of these short strikes I've received tonight. I'd say this is working just fine, guys. Okay, you guys, well, it's getting a little dark out here. I'm gonna probably head out soon. So first thoughts on the Zman EVO Swim Jig. I like this thing. So again, if you have thrown a chatterbait EVO, this hook, sharpness, stickiness, it's pretty comparable to it. The skirt looks much like one. And you know, the eyes and stuff, the head's a little different. It's more slim being a swim jig, but you'll definitely tell this is an EVO type family line. Now, couple things on this, guys. It swims very level. That's huge to me. The weed guard is not too stiff, which in a swim jig, you're generally not going to worry as much about your logs and rocks and junk as you may, you know, like a football jig or something like that. You do, but not as much. So I don't like a horribly stiff skirt on. I'm sorry, weed guard on that. I'll normally, in fact, swim mine, trim mine off on the swim jigs. This one I just left as out of the package. Skirt was nice. I had to trim just a hair to get it kind of to where I like it there. And the thing's getting bit. So what I will say, for $5.99 for one of these with a good quality skirt, it has the realistic eyes on it. Hook seems to be pretty good with a good trailer keeper. And the thing swims very straight. I'll say for $6, guys, man, I would definitely buy some more of these. Now it's going to depend on how this thing holds up. I'd be interested in seeing how the hook point holds up after many bites, or if you get a little snag on a rock that you're able to break it free from. I'd kind of want to know how this thing holds up over time. Also the skirt. I don't really have too much concerns with that though, because I've used the chatterbait EVOs enough that I've caught many fish on single EVOs before. You know, before I had any issues with hook doling, or I've never really had the skirt, like, you know, pull out or anything like that. So I think it'll hold up great. But yeah, for $6, guys, you know, comparing these with some of the others, your California dirty jigs, California jigs, no jacks, your 6-inch Divine, some of the Strike King tour grades, different things like that that are in that kind of, you know, $6-ish category. If you see some of these and you like those Zman EVO colors, I would suggest giving them a throw, guys. I think they're going to be a good one, and unless it just falls apart on me or something, it's definitely one I'll probably start adding to the arsenal, guys. I like that it seems to cut through the moss very well due to that nice slender head on it. So anyways, appreciate you guys joining me. If you haven't already, please subscribe if you like my content. If you don't, that's cool too. And God bless you guys. I hope you have a great evening. Thanks for joining me. Oh, one more fish. Hold on. Hang on. We got another one here. We're not done yet. We got a fish. That's a good way to end the video. Let's see how he's hooked, guys. Yeah, these fish, they're not biting. They're not like choking it down on most of these. So they're all basically getting hooked right in the corner of the mouth. Perfect penetration on that. The hook comes out fairly easily. So it's not one of those like super stout hooks. It's just like, you guys know if you fish swim jigs, some of those, you'll get them hooked and they almost don't want to come out. So, all right, good way to end it, guys. Appreciate you guys. I got you, baby. All right, there we go. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, bonus fish on the way out. You guys know I couldn't leave after saying I'm gonna leave. You know how fishing goes, guys. Y'all know how to do that. If y'all fish more than one day, you know how that is. Oh boy, all right. He's hooked right through the bottom jaw. Okay, that's a beautiful little fish there. He's such a beauty. Let's get him in there.